What's up, guys? MrVerry here, and I'm going to be showing you the Arena Quarter in Yalahar. So, the Arena Quarter houses a bunch of different creatures. So, we're going to go through all of them, and hopefully have some fun in doing so. And first of which is the Dragon Lord. And you can see all the creatures on the bottom too. So we're gonna SD this Dragon Lord just to rip through him real quick. And we get nothing but a Dragon Ham, so that's kinda disappointing, but hey, what can you do? And next up are our friends, the Hydras. And Hydras, like I've said before, are weak to physical and also energy. But SDs work the best as they do the heaviest damage. You can also use Great Energy Beam or Great Energy Wave, Great Energy Strike. If you're a druid, you can use Exoriumoi Eco to exploit their physical weakness. And I'm basically going to do a lap around the outer edges, and then I will show the inside. So next up we have a Wyrm, a giant spider, and a massive earth elemental. Now worms are weak to earth and death damage. Or not earth, ice, sorry guys. So we give them a nice SD, hitting for 734. And next up is our good friend, the giant spider. And one more hit of the wand. And time for the Massive Earth Elemental. Now, Massive Earth Elementals are very resistant to physical attacks, and I think they're immune to Holy, but they are extremely weak to fire. And we get a lump and 2 small topazes. And you can see there's an abundance of very weak creatures on the ground floors. Hyenas, cobras, bears, just a bunch of really small stuff. And over here is the ancient scarab, which has a couple scarab buddies with it. So we'll use avalanches to bring them all down at once. And we take them all out with ease. Next up is the Behemoth. And this is a good solo Behemoth spawn for those of you who want to test your luck with a Behe and aren't sure if you can handle one yet, as there is a good amount of running room. And Behemoths are weak to both ice and death. And of course we only get a plate armor and 5 platinum coins, and since I got the cap I'll take it, and we're gonna wait to see if we can skin him. And of course we get nothing. And I believe there's also some Quoras over to the south here. And it looks like there's about to be an orc raid in Thias. So who knows, maybe we'll check that out too, but I think we'll be a little too late if we're going to be checking the Quoras out. So there's just a single Quora Constrictor Scout who we make very quick work of. And yep, that's all that's there for the Quoras. And now we're going to go in the middle, where there are Gladiators, Barbarian Bloodwalkers, and many other creatures. So first we're going to go up and take on the Bloodwalkers. And Bloodwalkers are nice because they drop red pieces of cloth, which are worth a good amount of money. And then, of course, we have the Undead Gladiators, who are ironically not immune to death. And they are weak to earth damage. So you want to use your Wand of Voodoo. Of course, if you are a paladin, you want to use Holy, being that they are undead. And the Undead Gladiators can go invisible, but they are pretty nice creatures for loot. I don't know if they're immune to ice. Let's see. No, actually they take pretty decent damage from ice. And we get a Gladiator shield, broken Gladiator shield, and plate legs, and they also drop a ton of throwing stars, which is good for you paladins. And this is a really nice area, this top part, to hunt depending on your vocation and level. You can certainly get some good loot. So we're just going to finish off these Undead Gladiators, and we end up not getting anything, but hey, that's alright. We've got one more spot filled of them, so hopefully they drop them. And we also have the downstairs of this area. Still no nice loot. Hunting spear, which of course would be nice for a paladin. And we're gonna run around here, and there's gladiators, and gladiators are exclusive to this part of the arena quarter. And there should be a mutated rat, and there he is. And there's a very good mutated rat and mutated bat spawn, and we can see a trap nightmare scion, which I always thought was cool. Unfortunately, you can't kill him. And that's not the right way to go, sorry. We're gonna actually go to the best mutated rat spawn in the game for those of you who are trying to task mutated rats. And you get swarmed by gladiators on the way. And surprisingly, there is no one here. This place is usually packed. And mutated rats are weak to fire, but unfortunately I only have avalanches, so that's what we're going to be using. And they very rarely drop tower shields, they drop stealth rings, and they drop spellbooks of enlightenment. So we go down to the next floor to be, and you can see why this is such a great area for the mutated rat task. It's even better than the alchemist quarter, actually. And we get a mutated rat tail, which is alright, I suppose. And on this floor we have mutated rats and mutated tigers and mutated bats. So we're going to get surrounded as much as possible here. And here they all come. And we use a Rage of the Skies, dealing heavy damage to them. We use an Avalanche to finish off the ones running. And Mutated Tigers are weak to death damage. All the other mutated creatures are actually immune, so I find that very odd. We get a Sabertooth, which is worth 500 gold. And on this floor, the Mutated Tigers are mixed up with the Undead Gladiators. And ISD a Mutated Tiger just for fun. The best thing about Mutated Tigers is the fact that they drop life rings quite frequently, which allows you to hunt for much longer. Normally this area is always camped, so I'm very surprised to see this area free. And we see an Undead Gladiator finally. And we'll let this Mutated Tiger out to join the party, why not? And I just fucked up that explosion, but I will not fuck up these following ones. And we get a broken Gladiator shield, of course no real good loot yet. And we use an Avalanche to attempt to finish off the other Mutated Tigers. So, moving forward, we're going to open up this one to let this Mutated Tiger out as well. We'll smack him with an SD, and that does not finish him, but it almost does. And using explosions to take care of these Mutated Tigers. And down a floor we go to the floor filled with Undead Gladiators. Now this floor can be a little dangerous depending on your level, but there are spots to go to put yourself into a one-way so that you're not completely swarmed by them. However, I don't mind getting completely swarmed by them. So I use a Rage of the Skies, dealing heavy damage to all of them at once. And I use a Avalanche to finish them off. Now let's see if we looted anything. We get a Dark Helmet. But nothing really worthwhile, unfortunately. So let's check the rest of the area. And that'll do it for the arena quarter. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you enjoy the content I produce. Thanks for watching, guys.